Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of Roblox Studio so you can go ahead and make your own games on Roblox. So yeah, let's get into it. And I'll try to make this as simple as possible and so you guys can actually understand what the stuff is. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, you need to download Roblox Studio. If you already have Roblox, then you should automatically have a Roblox Studio. But if you don't, you just download it. So first, we're gonna go. When you open Roblox Studio, it should look like this. And there are a bunch of things, and and these are all like the places you can select to start up. There's themes, gameplay, but we're gonna stay on all templates. There's also my games, which are your recent games. Or all your games, and recent is just the recent games, you edit it, and archive is just your archive games, and tour. And if we go back to my games, there are also like group games and shared with me, people who shared games with you. And yeah, we're gonna go on the new tab and we're gonna select the base plate. And once you select the base plate, you will be greeted to here. And we're gonna first get into all of that stuff, but first, we're gonna go over the first thing, which is spawning a part. And then there is also a tool that we can use called the select tool, which is up here. Click on it, you can select stuff. So now we're gonna get into you can like select all the stuff. Now we're gonna get into the next thing, which is moving. Now moving will just basically move the object. So when you press it, all these arrows will spawn on the selected object, and you can basically just move it around like this. And now there's also another tool called scale, and scale will basically just scale the object. You can scale it. There it is. Scaled the object. Now we're gonna get into the final tool, which is rotating. So rotating will basically just rotate the object. So we have all these like lines here, and we can rotate the object and do all that. And now our tool, I'm actually gonna scale this down a bit. We don't need it that big. And now we're gonna get into properties. Now properties, you should automatically have the tab open. If you don't, there's this view button. We'll get into all of this stuff later. Well, I actually don't know most of the stuff, so I'm just doing what I can. And the view tab right here you can select all the stuff. Now don't worry about any of this stuff. What you want to have open is the output, which is right here, the explorer, which is right here, and the properties. We'll get into the toolbox later. And the properties, if you select an object, all these properties will come up here. So if we scroll down, you can see under the part there's an anchored, and basically, we can check it off. And anchored is basically that's basically a Boolean value, and we'll get into that in a later video. But it will anchor the object, meaning like it won't like move and fall and stuff. Pretty simple. And then we also have the appearance. The appearance, you can change how the object looks. So we can go to brick color. We can select that, and there's all these brick colors. So we can go. I'm gonna select really red. And there's also a cast shadow, which is also another Boolean value. Again, we'll get into that in a later video, but you can check it off. I'm gonna make it have a shadow now. And there's also the color wheel where you can just select the color and all that stuff. And one of the cool things is material, so you can select the material. So right now it's plastic, but we can find all of these materials, like cracked lava. And look, change the material. There's also transparency, which we'll also get into another video. But now we're going to move on to the toolbox. So again, go to view, and then there'll be a toolbox right here. And this will open a bunch of stuff. And so you see, you can search up stuff. There's also like plugins, which a lot of them cost money, some of them are free. And we also have videos, a lot of that stuff. And we have all that stuff. Inventory, recent models, all that stuff. So now we can search up something like a door. Door. We can search it up, and look at all the doors. So we can just bring this in, and if it has scripts, it will pop up. And normally you just hit OK. Like if you hover over an object, you can see it will say has scripts and all that. And basically, well, the one thing I want to warn you guys about is that a lot of stuff in the toolbox can have a virus, so I don't typically try to use it that much. Might affect the game. But now we can do something else, and so I'm just gonna remove the toolbox, keep the properties tabs. And we're going to get into the Explorer, and the Explorer is basically everything that's inside the game. So you see there's the player, there's the lighting, the spawn location, decal, base plate texture, and the workspace. So all that stuff. Also all that stuff. So that's basically pretty much it. There's a lot of other stuff that we'll get into later, but yeah, that's pretty much it. By the way, this is the output. If I might have already talked about that, but basically the output is also the command bar where you can write a script while you're playing the game or do that stuff. But the output is where all where all of the scripts run, and I'll tell you a bunch of stuff and all that. So yeah, that's basically the end. And oh wait, no, we still got some other stuff that we will talk about, and don't worry, it's really fast. And you see this play button right here? Click it, and you can test out the game, like you're playing the game, and we can hit stop, and it'll stop the game. But if we press those arrows there underneath the play button, you can see all of this stuff. Now, this stuff is really cool, and it's more specific accents. So here's the play here. It'll just basically play in a certain spot. And the next one is run, and run will basically just run the game, but you're not actually playing it. It will run all the scripts, code, all the stuff. Yeah. And then another thing we can do is we can actually press Shift F5, and it will stop the game. And next we can go to the play button, and we can press F5. We can press F5, and it will go ahead and play the game for us. So that's pretty cool. Well, you can also run the game by pressing F8. It'll run the game. There is no hotkey for the play here, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. I want you guys to practice with this, because as they say, practice makes perfect. I want you to play around with all the different properties and all the stuff, explore, and yeah. So that's pretty much it. Bye.